Hey everybody, Steven here. So here we are back with the Villa Tugendhat. I think this is part 11. And today I was thinking that we could work a bit more on the modeling and add some more details so that the house would look like the real stuff. So maybe we can add some of the windows, some little details around the balcony. And what I'm going to do first, because last time I'm going to show you how to do the dimensions and how to set up elevations. Let's go back to the elevations. So that's the north side, the one facing the streets. And if we look at those elevations, it will be, oops, let's zoom in. And this one here. So as you can see here, I should have some type of windows and some other openings, and there's little things on the roof. Let's go to the south elevation and bring back the image, and here, so you can see we're missing some windows here and a door there and the thing on the roof. Okay, for some reason I don't see the staircase that we made. Maybe I need to do something with the mesh. And then maybe I'll try to hide those lines in between here. And look at that. What else? Let's check the other elevations. West side. As you can see, there's a lot of windows missing. And so I think that's what's important to create the elevations as well. So I can just bring the image here, and then we can just place some windows and get some idea about the size. And let's go to the east. Versus this one. So we get a window here, some windows there, one here. And yep, doesn't show the staircase. Actually, this is going all the way here. It's not dropping, so it should be alright. But yes, so we're just gonna add some more windows. Let's go into a 3D view and just show everything. Oh, yeah. So you can see here why it's not showing the staircase, because in the previous video I used that slab to subtract the mesh. So we can just quickly do that. So we're just going to select this slab here, go to design, and solid limit operation. Sometimes when you 3D view, this doesn't allow, it's grayed out, so you can't really use it. So you just have to go back into, let's say, 2D view, and now it should appear. So you just have that open, and now when you go back into 3D, and of course everything is hidden because it wasn't on the right layer combination, but you just select show. So now you get the option, re-click on that slab, make it as the operator, and the mesh is going to be the target, and you want to subtract with upward extrusion so that everything that's above the slab is going to be removed. Okay, so that's what we got, and cool. Okay, we're gonna add some windows. So how are we gonna do that? Just thinking about what's gonna be the fastest way. Oh yeah, you have to remember that this is a hotlink. So normally if you want to edit something, you have to edit the hot link and then just update it. Let's go to ground floor. So what's that? That's what's important, to just work on the views so that the layer combination will be saved. And normally just click that, edit in separate module. I've already opened that file, which is here. So you get that's the house in the module, and now we're just going to drop it some windows and kind of put them to the correct size. The thing is that the elevation were made in the master file, so maybe we're just going to quickly create some elevations just to help us put those windows. So I'm just clicking on the elevation tool and just dragging them on each sides. As you can see, we have this line, which means that there's a range, a limited depth, and usually you have to click that and make sure that it goes beyond the house. So you would take everything, or you can just select all the elevations and change the option to infinite. So now you have all your elevation here. They're all named north because I think it was just copying the initial settings. I'm just going to select all, and you have to change one by one. So this is going to be let's say west, north, this is going to be east, and this is going to be south. Okay, now we're going to work on this one. So south, and we're going to drag in an image. So you can just select the reference image and just drag in into the elevation, and just make sure it's here. And now you can just resize that image so it fits the model. It's Control K, press OK, and because we lined that up, we're just gonna click here, press Shift so it locked to the axis. Click on that edge, and now you can stretch it and use that as reference. So the size, it's kind of the same. Feels like the house is a bit higher. It's like a 11.2, and if we check our one, it's like 2 meters lower. What we could do is to check maybe 3 meters, 2.4. Okay, so maybe that's the bottom part that needs to be changed. Maybe let's set to 3 meters. But yeah, I mean, that's how you could change the setting, the story quickly. But I guess at this stage, maybe just put it back to what it was, because I'll have to change back the staircase after. What we're gonna do mostly is to add the windows. And so I know there's 2 windows here, and that's on the top floor. There's one here, one here. So what we can do is to just drop a window. I don't think you can do it in the elevation, but so let's go to the top floor. So I think there should be a window here. And so I'm just going to drop some placeholder windows and go back to the south elevation. So now it's here, and from here I can just kind of look at this design and just put them into place. feel that the story needs to be a bit higher. So like, let's say this is the height of the slab, and it's about 3.4. So maybe we're just gonna drag this all the way to the top, and let's move it. So 2.4 in height and 3.3 in so 2.4 and 3.3, and just gonna move that. Okay, and if we look at the design of that window, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we go into the settings, Control T, you could go into, I think it's, where is it again? That's a quick way of doing it. And so we're gonna divide vertically by 4. Oops. Oh. Okay. That should be okay. And I mean, it's not the right. It might not be how the windows actually work, but at this stage, it's just to get the look of it. Hypertension, and that's gonna put 2000 in height. Oops, I'll just put it asymmetric. 2000. Yeah, it should be fine right now. Let's go in 3D view, see how it looks like. Looks fine to me, and they kind of all have that same design. Those ones, of course, different width. So what you can do is just press Alt, and you get that kind of like a picker tool to absorb the properties. And I'm going to press Control Alt to get this arranged so I can inject the values. So I did that so I can get the same height, but as you can see, this one should be 1 meter in width. So I'm just going to change that, and it's just going to be 1 and 1 meter, and I'm going to put it into place. And 22. Gonna take that, gonna inject on this one. And what's the width of that? 2.2. Take that, inject in here, and I'm gonna change the width 2.2. Inject it to here, and I'm gonna check the spacing. I think it's about. Oops. Spacing is about let's say 250. Just get things rounded. 250. 250. And 250. Looks about right. And this one, it's a bigger window. It's about 3 meters, but similar size. This one bigger. Okay, just gonna take that here and change that to 3 meters. Take that, copy into this one, and I'm gonna move it It's about, let's say, 1 meter. Mm. About right. Okay, let's go into 3D. And as you can see, there's a wall there. So if you go back, we could just take those windows and actually shift everything so that mm, 5. Cool. Let's just go quickly into here. Do we have a photo of the windows upstairs? Let's go to the... Oh, that was the top level. And over here. So actually, those were doors, not windows. And okay, so those ones are like doors and windows. So let's quickly change that. Go back to our hot links, and now we're on the floor plan. Just gonna make a door and open to this side and go into the settings. So that's how the door looks like. Our one's supposed to be more like that, and just to be consistent, just gonna put 1000. This is like glass, so here you can change the design of the door leaf. And that's a preview of it. Press OK. And as you can see, that's a bit too low. And so maybe the window is too... because actually I'm sure that's like 2 meters, then 2.4, and then there's a little extra. So let's just increase the door height to, let's say, 3 meters. Oops. If I can just stretch that to here. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just do this, and I think I'll just decrease the sill height. Maybe I'll just decrease to 2.2, and I'm just gonna move that into place, and I'm gonna delete that window, and I'm gonna make a copy. So I'm gonna select that, press Ctrl D so I can move, and press Ctrl again to get the little plus sign so I can have duplicate. I'm just gonna paste it on top of the existing window here, select the window and delete. And because we decrease the sill height, this needs to be tweaked as well, like the height of the transom above. So you could either do that by selecting the node here and just try to find a reference point on the door, or you can just go back into the settings and change the shape here to 1.8. So here here what we could do is to oops, there's a column here. What's the distance between those two? 250. So maybe I just put that here and move 125 and maybe just leave it like that. So here I'm just gonna create another window. Just gonna make it here and take the door here. Oops. Just leave that here, and I'm going to delete the old one. So that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna do the same here. So on that side. Take the property of this one, inject into here, move the window along, and voila. Of course, you could go into more details to. I think you can add something here in between. Insertion some sash. Main sash, transcend, grid, and go back 2. So we get that, and I'm just going to copy here and here. And do those one have it? Let's go back. Oh, they don't have it. It's just like a solid. I wonder if I can do the same here. Let's go back. So let's maybe make this one smaller. Those settings. The leaf size 2.1. So now this is going to be bigger. I'm going to make the transom above. There should be something similar to lower frame. I just need to find the settings for the one above so I can add some line to it. Oh yeah, here. Oops, wrong one. And top door. Press OK. I'm just wondering how I could have that part solid, because I know here you can just select those two and change the transom. Where is it? Transom, we can just make it solid. Where's solid? Fixed class. No, we don't want fixed. No, that's not the one. Okay, and some sash. I'm just gonna make it solid. And if you go into the material and solid panel, let's see if I change this one to, let's say, dark gray. It's not this one. What about this one? Oh yeah, so there was solid panel outside. Press OK. So I think I'd like to get this on here as well. I think it's because maybe I should design a new door leaf with that window at the top. Something like this. But I'm not going to show you that in that video. Maybe something else, but we can design a door leaf with the glass on top and then add the transom. So I'm just going to do that. Oops. Just gonna remove transom slash style. Just gonna put that as solid and go into the materials, and I think it's the solid panel inside, dark gray, and I'm just gonna move it up, and okay, let's see what's wrong here. Because the way I placed the window for ARCHICAD, this is the inside, and if we go inside here, you can see the inside, it's properly done here. It's facing inside the room. So I could either oh well, I don't know in which way they open. Let me look at this. So I'm guessing it would open to the outside, and it's also encased inside. Oops, that's the master, and let's flip them. That doesn't work because you can see here they're flush with the walls, and that's not what I want. And they need to be able to recess into the wall. Let's see. Yep, something like this. And there's a sill as well. Where's the sill? Cool. So I'm just going to copy that in here, and same to this one, but I'm just going to select those. And reveal, press that. Of course, if you wanted to increase the reveal, you just have to change here. And where's the sill? Just click that. Press OK. I think we also need to have a reveal on those doors. And where that?
Do they have a sill at the bottom? Oh, they don't, but they have that little platform. So what we can do now is to maybe turn that to black as well. So we go back to the model materials, and the outside panel is going to be dark gray. Just checking if I can move that transom. Frame thickness. Okay, well, not too sure exactly where is that settings. But this one I'm just not gonna worry about that, and I'm just gonna copy those into here. Cool. I'm just gonna add some reveal on this one. And does he have a sill, this one? Oops, come on, let's see from here. Is there not a photos? I'm sure they will have it. I'm just gonna add it. And where's the sill? Cool. So let's go into our self elevations. Looks more like it. And now we're just gonna drop one here. So you can just select, absorb the properties of this one, pressing Alt, click on the object, and Control and arrow down if you wanna go up and down different floors. So let's go ground floor. I'm gonna paste it, and I can adjust it in the 3D view, the position of it. Oops, and should have one here. So I'm just gonna go to the basement and click on the window. Because if you click on here, it will take the settings of the last window that you made. Press F5 and put that into position, and we're gonna change the height. So, and there's no transom. Hyper transom's gone. There's full division, and maybe 600. And we need to drop it down. Let's go into the elevation. It's about right. And those windows here. How does it look in? Press home. Oops. Okay. I just want to see how those windows in the front are laid out. So it's quite like 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have different size.
and those ones have like opening at the top. So I think the easiest way would be to have separate windows. So like one type, second type, third type. Yeah, so this was gonna do. Oops, make sure we want the hotlink one and go back. So we previously had one single window, so we need three types. I'm just gonna delete this one first and go into the setting like that. So we need to have a reveal, and yep, there's a lot of back and forth to make sure that we have the right one. It's on the second story. Okay, from here. So there's a little seal. It's really baited way deep. Let's go back. Let's try 300 baked. See what it looks like. That's about right. And this needs to be taken all the way to here in the corner. And feels like it's in line with the post. Yep. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure that it's here. And I'm gonna copy, and I'm just gonna drag it here, extend that. Oops, make sure you just select one window. And make copies. And those two should be a bit smaller as well. What is it on the floor plan? There's one window here, and this one's a bit bigger. And I guess there's no wall going all the way to here. There's a gap. So it's just like a window. Yeah, there's actually no wall. So this can be thinner. So 50 because we're gonna have a window there. And just drop that. Is the spacing around it? Just gonna put that here. And just gonna put my window here. Oops, I think because it's not the same wall, so make sure that you put in that wall here. And so this was 100. We're just gonna increase by 50 so they can meet. Oh, that wasn't 50. Who will test it? Okay. So then we just need to move by one. Let's check. Yeah. And oops, sorry about that.
So now oh, okay. Maybe it's this one that's I don't like when that's not like rounded. Uh, so maybe it's this one that was supposed to move. Anyway, let's keep going. We can fix that later. Let's go see in 3D. As you can see, those two are not really connected, so that's why there's like this little piece coming out. So you have to make sure they touch, and oops, just gonna try this here. Okay, cool. As you can see, this wall, and we're just gonna drag this one back in, so it's not actually touching. Take that wall, just drag this one, and so now we can have that window here. 62. Maybe there wasn't the right place at the beginning. Okay. What's the distance between those two? 62. Oh. I'm just going to bring it here. Stretch that. Let's see what's in 3D. Okay, so now it's all flushed. And it's going all the way to the top. So you can just select all those windows and stretch it. Looks back at the design. So I think there was this. I'm just showing which one has the opening again. Where's the other view? So this one has the opening, this one as well. So it's those two, and we're just going to add a transom. Add a transom. This to be much higher. Yeah, maybe like this. Looks alright. And maybe other windows here. Make sure that there's no reveal on that one. and I'm just going to drag over here, and I can just make sure the corners are done. And if we look here, let's go to the inside of the second floor, just to get an idea of how much is it separated in. Is it 1, 2, and 3? So it's divided into 3. Let's try this one. Shapes. Panel. This one here. This matrix. Basic window. I guess I just go back to here. It's going to have such option. And I'm going to have 3. Now, that's not what I want, because I want to be able to set the width of the panel. I think that's why I don't really like to use the ARCHICAD windows. If you had the commercial version, you can have some CAD image window, and this one it allows you to customize the window a bit more, and I feel it's a bit easier. So you click on the CAD image windows, and here, if I just want 3 panels, I just add this and press OK. Of course, it would have resized it, so now I can just stretch it back, and now I can also the height is going to be changing in the 3D view, but then here you can set the panel width, so this one's going to be 1000, and actually went the other way, so you could change back to this one to 1000, and then click on this one, change to 0. Let's go to 3D. And Control Alt A to pop up this, so I can limit the view to the ground floor, so it's easier to select stuff. And now I can just drag it to the top. So it's Control Alt A. If you also want to cut element in 3D, you can set to which level you want the view to cut the floor plan, and you can trim element to storage, so it will be clean. Let's go back to the ground floor. So like you can see now the post ongoing over.
Oh, oops. As you can see here, there's a little thing that's going up. I think it's because we moved that wall and we didn't move the slabs above. So we take that, it shows a trace reference. You can see they're not lining up properly. And step 4 is to put back. Okay. Let's go back to our elevation. So kind of look like the same now. And I mean, that's how I add the windows. Maybe I'll tweak that here. So now we got a door. And here. And okay, so there's a door, side light, and transom. So I think there's some similar already in ARCHICAD. So let's go into the door, go into the setting. So there's this type of windows and that. Press OK. The side light should be on the opposite side, so you could either mirror it, or I think you can just choose the other one like this. And it's 3D. As you can see, that's how they join together. So let's see if we can have something similar. Oops. So you just select that window, go into the setting, and I think there's something about the corners. Where is that? Custom corners. And sometimes I really don't know which side it is. So this one, it's the left side. I'm just gonna try, and it's at 90 degrees right now. Just gonna put it 45, and it looks too much. Wait, I guess 90. That was the one that I had to do, and I need to tweak it. Let's see. Yep. So now I'm gonna do the same thing for the door. There's something about custom corners. Or they might not. If we can't find an option to change the corner, I guess we'd have to make a windows next to a door like we did on the upper levels. Let's see. Doesn't seems like we're gonna have one at the corner. So yep, if you don't have that, okay, so inside. You'll just have to delete that. Upside the door, bring it down, bring it here, upside the window, make sure that the
is on that side, and I'm gonna mirror it, put it here, and I'm gonna change the width to 600, and I'm gonna do, let's see. So it kind of works. You have a bit of corner that kind of looks like the image. Of course, this is different. Not too sure. I would have to make like a custom windows. I think that's when having the CAD image works a bit better. If I were to do that in CAD image, so I would add a one side here inside the top row, change that to being a door, and here you can change the corners as well. Head red jam, corner glass, 45, and flipped. Oops, went the wrong way. Yeah, so it's much better, and here you could actually change the size of that panel. Let's say 600. Can we get rebates? But I'm sure I can just push that in. Oops. If I go minus. Oh yeah, so now it's going back in. So you could have done that in with the CAD image tool. And we can change the size to the top. And we can make this 160. I'm just going to delete that. Delete that door as well. Oops, doesn't delete. Delete that, bring that here, and maybe so this is the minus 150. I need to bring in 300, minus 300, and just gonna move that back here. So maybe instead of having glass, I'll just put frame. So it's a bit cleaner. As you can see, the design is a bit different because it doesn't have the frame on the inside, but I mean you wouldn't see it in the render anyway. And just to finish, just gonna add another window here. I'm gonna take this one. Resize it. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here for today. Just show you how I added some
more openings, and how you can change the settings to make it look like the existing. I mean, here we could have changed the thickness of the frame. I mean, you just have to play around in the settings. But yeah, well, thank you for watching, and if you have any question, just put some comments below. Thank you.